So I'm going to make some bear fat biscuits. I have to work quick because bear fat, this is bear fat, that's about half a pound or a cup of frozen bear fat. It melts very, very fast. It gets liquidy at below room temperature. So the key to this is mixing very fast. I got a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of baking powder that I've added to 4 cups of flour. I'm going to mix these guys up. I'm going to work the bear fat in. As you can see, it's already starting to melt. It just came out of the freezer. I usually use my fingers, but the bear fat is so temperamental. I'm going to use a pastry knife, which I don't often do. And I'm just going to go back to my fingers. I can manipulate the fat a little bit better that way. So it's really rock solid hard when it comes out of the freezer until it's not. It goes from hard as all get out to just liquid in minutes. Just gonna work this fat, break it up a little bit. The key to this is, again, working very fast and not overworking your flour and fat mixture. So for right now, those big chunks of fat I'm okay with because we still have some more mixing to do. It's a cup and a half buttermilk. And I just want to mix this up just enough to make all the ingredients stick together. Okay. Now I'm just going to pat everything together. I'm not going to mix, I'm not going to knead. I'm just folding and pressing. And I'm going to let that buttermilk distribute itself throughout the rest of the dry ingredients. Until it just comes together. Now, see how that fat is already starting to melt and glisten? It goes real fast. All right. I'm gonna let that sit for a second. So my oven is preheated to 400 degrees. I'm gonna put a bit of flour. And then just press this out. I don't know, about a half an inch or so, depending on how you like your biscuits. I like my biscuits to be big and fat. I don't have a proper biscuit cutter out here. Give them a little shape up. See how loose that dough is? how layered it is. It's not a dough like you would get with bread or even really a pie crust. It's just barely being held together at this point. That's where you want that at. Take those scraps, see how that bear fat's already melting. Now, if you sometimes forget to do things like preheat the oven, you can set these in the freezer or the fridge for a few minutes to keep that fat from melting completely. And then this is what I call the fresh out of the oven biscuit, because it's not going to look proper, which, you know, who cares? Let's see, I'm going to turn that one over though. I'm going to turn you over too. All right, these are going to go in the oven for about 10-15 minutes. Yeah. I'm gonna have 2 biscuits for breakfast. I've been working on this for about, I don't know, 2.5, 3 hours. Something to be said about not getting your food immediately. Something to be said about thinking about what you're going to eat and then creating it and then eating it. It's magical. I could have gone to McDonald's in Wasilla and gotten an egg McMuffin or egg McBiscuit or whatever, but these are bear fat biscuits. So, ooh, nice and hot. Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna do 2 ways. These didn't quite raise the way that I was hoping. I suspect that my baking soda is not as fresh as it could be. And here we got some fresh butter. So for the first one, it's gonna be savory. I've got some onion. I made some pickled eggs last night. They were 50 cents a dozen at 3 Bears in Wasilla, so that was awesome. And this is for you, Ethan, by the way. Some kimchi. And a few jalapenos. For the second one, got some raspberry jam, cheddar cheese, and this is just eggplant, roasted and marinated in a little bit of olive oil. Kimchi just got done fermenting about, well, now. Whoops. And then for this guy, I made some fried birch leaf devil sauce. Yeah. Just add a little bit of spice to that. Breakfast sandwiches 2 ways: bear fat biscuits, pickled eggs, kimchi, onions, toasted birch leaf fire sauce, eggplant, cheddar, raspberry jam, and butter. Yum.